Exclusive new access to information documents show just how quickly and decisively New Brunswick Premier Blaine Higgs acted to ban a creepy sex education presentation from New Brunswick schools. All it took was political will and some strong public pushback. On June 8th, 2023, the New Brunswick government, through the Education and Early Childhood Development Minister Bill Hogan, updated 3 sections of the government's Policy 713, which is the Sexual Orientation and Gender Identity Policy. The policy now reads that transgender and non-binary students under the age of 16 will require parental consent in order for their preferred new first name to be officially used for records-keeping purposes and daily management. Private changing areas and washrooms are now required so that boys are no longer changing openly with girls if said boys have decided that they identify as girls. Likewise with sports, to be safe and welcoming. Where it is unsafe, boys will not be playing against girls, however that the boys may identify sexually.
When your government and yourself realized that you needed to act and impose a policy?
Well, it was back reviewing kind of what it actually said about the keeping secrets from parents and putting teachers in a very difficult position and really finding it hard to believe that we would do that, both to parents and to teachers. And so looking at that policy and saying that this isn't right. What do we need to change? So then it became the discussion around, okay, what needs to change in this policy so that we're not hiding information, and then how do you actually make sure that the student is safe? And so you got to balance both.
The changes were spurred along by revelations of a graphic sex ed presentation drafted and then presented by a third party and given in New Brunswick schools for kids in grade 6 to 12 without appropriate parental notification. The presentation by HPV Global Action was described by Premier Blaine Higgs as clearly inappropriate. Now I have the timeline to put all the changes together thanks to exclusive documents from the province of New Brunswick obtained through your crowdfunded donations to a special access to information document filing fund at rebelinvestigates.com. Blaine Higgs' office was flagged, as best as I can see, with this presentation early in the afternoon of May 24th, 2023, just shortly after 2 p.m. Almost immediately, Blaine Higgs himself was commenting on it and saying that he was furious on X. Actually, Blaine Higgs said that to say he was furious would be a gross understatement. Higgs said, and I quote, "I want parents to know that we are with you. We will continue to make decisions based on the principle that parents need to be aware of what is happening at school so they can make informed parenting decisions." In Premier Higgs' May 24th statement, he asked, "Do you think we need stronger rules about third-party presentations in our schools? I want to hear directly from you. Take our survey," and then he linked to it. Now, within 3 days, 2.5 really, serious changes were already being made. On May 27th, 4 letters were sent out to administrators in all 4 New Brunswick school districts saying that the third-party group would be banned from presenting in New Brunswick schools and that going forward, every single presentation would have to be vetted slide by slide to protect children from exposure to this deviancy in the future. Now, I have to tell you, as a side note, as I read through these documents, I do enjoy all these well-kept government staffers with pronouns in their email signatures having to send out letters on behalf of the Premier's office banning radical gender theory presentations from the classroom. Because quite literally, they all had email signatures with their pronouns listed. Now, going back to the story, by June 8th, Policy 713 was changed because between the 24th and June 8th, the New Brunswick government sought input from parents and then acted decisively on it. 2 weeks, because why wouldn't you act fast when you need to protect our kids? There's a moral in here for the rest of the premiers. For Rebel News, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid. These documents today were made possible thanks to your generous crowdfunded donations to a special filing website, rebelinvestigates.com. I want to thank you sincerely for making this important accountability journalism possible.